We're heading into a sprint race weekend at the Circuit of Americas, and the tension surrounding this event is off the charts. Between the McLaren teammates teetering on the edge of all-out war, Max Verstappen's relentless charge in the standings, and the brutal Texas heat ready to push everyone to their limits, the stakes could not be higher. So what can we expect from this weekend in Austin? Most importantly, could this be the race that reshapes the entire championship picture? Formula One has touched down in Austin, Texas, at a venue that never fails to deliver drama. Circuit of the Americas stretches 3.4 miles with 20 turns, and its layout has made it one of the best overtaking circuits on the calendar. The iconic uphill sprint into turn 1 always produces breathtaking moments and has seen its fair share of fast lap chaos over the years. With both McLaren drivers deep in a title fight and expected to near the front, the first corner has never been more crucial. But the Grand Prix on Sunday isn't the only focus this weekend. The sprint format changes everything. Friday brings a single hour of practice before jumping straight into sprint qualifying. Then Saturday packs both the sprint race in the morning and traditional qualifying later in the afternoon. This compressed schedule gives teams almost no time to fine tune their setups, leaving plenty of room for errors and surprises. And with Austin's forecast showing scorching temperatures across the 3 days, 32 degrees on Sunday and, and Friday, slightly cooler on 30 degrees on Saturday, tire wear and strategy could make or break the race. There's only a slight chance of rain, but otherwise, it's expected to be dry. Those high temperatures will heavily influence tire life, pit stop timing, and the final results. Heading into Texas, the title picture could be more frustrating. Oscar Piastri holds a 22-point lead over Lando, and after a controversial Singapore clash, that first corner collision, triggered by Norris, completely changed the atmosphere inside McLaren. The team has now abandoned its papaya rules policy and will allow both drivers to race freely. It sounds fair in theory, but in reality, it removes a safety net that used to keep them from destroying each other's races. Mark Webber, who manages Piastri's career, has been quietly ramping up the pressure behind the scenes. Multiple reports suggest he has been exploring options outside McLaren, even using potential talks with Ferrari and other teams as leverage in negotiations. Webber knows this game well. Back in his Red Bull days, he often felt like the number two to Sebastian Vettel, and the experience has made him highly sensitive to any sign of favoritism towards Norris. The sprint format only adds fuel to the fire. Across the weekend, Piastri and Norris will go head to head in four crucial sessions: sprint qualifying on Friday, the sprint race on Saturday morning, and main qualifying Saturday morning, and the Grand Prix on Sunday itself. Each one another opportunity for sparks to fly. But we can't overlook Max Verstappen in this mix. The Dutchman trails Piastri by 63 points, a big gap on paper, but with 199 points still up for grabs over the final six races, and three of them being sprints, there's still everything out for play here. Red Bull's recent upgrades seem to be working, and Verstappen's form has picked up. If the McLaren pair keeps taking points off each other, Verstappen could come right back into this fight. He's been here before. His 2021 title campaign proved how well he handles high pressure situations that go down to the wire. He rarely cracks when it counts, something neither Norris or Piastri can consistently claim. Verstappen, now four-time world champion, will be watching McLaren's internal fireworks closely, ready to pounce the moment an opportunity appears. On paper, COTA could still suit McLaren perfectly. The MCL 39 has been exceptional at circuits that require medium to high downforce, and Aston's layout, with its sweeping corners and long straights, fits right into their strengths. However, the limited practice time on sprint weekends means teams must commit to their setups earlier, which could slightly close the performance gap. And let's not forget the weather. The Texas heat will wreak havoc on tire life, forcing teams to weigh single stop versus two stop strategies for the 56 lap Grand Prix. The undercut could be powerful here, and the potential safety car timing will be everything. Turn 1 at quarter will once again be the main flashpoint, a blind uphill entry that invites bold overtakes but often ends in chaos. If Piastri and Norris find themselves side by side into that corner, whether it's the sprint race or the main race, can they keep it clean? McLaren's decision to lift all team orders means it's down to driver judgment now, and this could be risky business. Saturday morning's sprint race adds another layer of tension. It's short, just 19 laps, but every point matters. In such a tight title race, sprints tend to bring out aggression, with drivers pushing harder, knowing they are little time. They have to make massive moves. If Piastri and Norris clash in this race, it could define the mood for the entire race and the outcome for the entire weekend. For McLaren, this is a pivotal point. They already wrapped up the Constructors' Championship, so now all focus turns to the Drivers' title. Team principal Andrea Stella is under massive pressure to manage this volatile situation, while Zach Brown insists both drivers will get equal treatment and the performance alone will decide the championship. But keeping things fair while preventing disasters is easier said than done. Zach Brown knows how dangerous Max Verstappen can be when others falter. Another slip up from either McLaren drivers could hand Verstappen a golden opportunity. Stella recently said that McLaren's goal is to keep both drivers in the fight until Abu Dhabi and that at best win. But realistically, the team might have to make some uncomfortable calls if they want to stop Verstappen from clawing his way into the contention. Saturday's qualifying will be intense physically and mentally. Here's what's at stake. Piastri needs to maintain his lead, proving he deserves top billing within the team and avoid more costly errors. Norris, meanwhile, must close a 22 gap without making reckless moves that could wipe both of them out. The pressure on him is immense, especially with the British media watching every move. Verstappen's task is clear: maximize every point while McLaren self-destructs. He needs to show that Red Bull's development push is paying off and that his championship hopes are still very much alive. His composure and experience must be on the edge that swings things in his favor if McLaren stumbles again. This weekend also kicks off a crucial triple header: Texas, then Mexico, and then Brazil, all sprint weekends. How McLaren handles Texas will set the tone for the rest of this run. If Piastri extends his lead, he will be in control heading the final stretch. But if tension explodes and Verstappen closes the gap, we could be looking at a genuine three-way title fight. So, what do you think heading to the United States Grand Prix? Which storyline has most fired you up? Can McLaren get through the weekend without imploding, or will Verstappen seize the moment and reignite his title chances? Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and if you like such content, please subscribe. We have a membership for those who are interested in supporting the channel, and YouTube thinks you like this video over here. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.